going on, everyone? It's the Old Gaming Blog here, bringing you guys some Black Ops 2 Zombies. Now, I had to separate this gameplay into two parts because it was just too long, as some Zombies games usually go. I want to talk about this video is the new in gaming today, or what's the new gaming gadgets that are gonna come out in 2013. I'm just gonna go over some few of them that I haven't gone yet in my videos. Of course, I'm not gonna talk about what I have before, as in the previous, these new fantastic gadgets that will come out, as the Project Shield, for example, is a fantastic handheld console that's coming out from Nvidia. So first of all, I want to focus on the Oculus Rift. For the ones who don't know, the Oculus Rift is still not 100% developed at the moment, but it's soon to be finished, and it will soon to be shipped out for developers and gamers alike to be able to mess around with it. Now, the Oculus Rift is basically a virtual reality goggles, right? But not like any others that we've seen before. First of all, they are going to be commercially available. So far, the few ones that we do have, they're tight under wraps at the moment. But these ones are different than any others we've seen before. If you guys remember, might not know about this for the younger audiences, Nintendo had something called the Virtual Boy, which was something like it was something of the same concept as this, but it was back in the, I think it was in the early 90s, probably in the 80s. I'm not 100% sure. Obviously, the technology wasn't there back then, but it is there now. So basically, these goggles, what they do is it just makes you more immersive experience in gaming. As soon as you put these goggles on, first of all, you are going to you don't see a screen, and you don't see any like black borders of the goggles around your eyes, basically, because of our peripheral vision. One of the major problems that a lot of people used to have is when you put some virtual reality goggles on, you can still see, you're basically looking at a screen, and that just kills whatever virtual reality you might have. Not this ones though. Whatever you look, you feel as in you were inside the as if you were the character, if it's a first-person perspective of whatever game. So that's good that they got that out of the way. Another thing is it displays in 720p. Now, when I say 720p, and you guys might be watching this in 720p, you might think 720p that's not that great. I mean, it's HD, but keep in mind, this is virtual reality. This is small screen inside, you know, this apparatus that you just put on your eyes. So 720p for such a small screen, it is actually quite a lot. And not only that, but it also goes at 60 frames per second, which I have discussed this before. There's TVs nowadays that don't even display that much. So again, this is truly awesome for just a virtual reality goggles thing. Now, again, another big thing that it was put on these goggles is the movement tracker. Now, what we have right currently is basically a water swimming effect, as in you turn your head to the right, and then there's a delay where the image shows to the right. You move your head again to the left, and there's a delay in the movement tracking capabilities. Now, this is what they're emphasizing their technology, their research more and more and more. So at the moment, they have 1000 hertz, which is basically 1 gigahertz of movement tracking latency. What this means is it nearly tracks your motions to perfection, as in if you move your head from one side to the right, that will move nearly instantly, that you won't really notice that much of lag, of a latency. At the moment, they still not fully satisfied with this. They want to increase more this movement latency, but I guess that's going to be coming something that will be done over time, I suppose. For these first new models and prototypes, whatever, it's going to have 1000 gigahertz. You might be asking yourself, when will I be able to get my hands on this? Well, it's going to come out in March. So March is just around the corner. That's when it's gonna be available for everyone. Alright, so moving on to another gaming gadget coming out soon is called the Game Stick. You might be asking yourself, what the hell is a Game Stick? Basically, a Game Stick is a little thumb drive, right, shaped gaming platform. But instead of having the standard USB, it has an HDMI end that you can just plug into your TV. Now, obviously, this comes with a controller as well, and that's how you play games. Now, you might be asking yourself, what games does it have, or how does it operate? First of all, it has the Android platform on it, which is a lot of these new small casual gaming platforms incorporate, like the Ouya and some other gaming platforms. A lot of them actually incorporate Android. Project Shield incorporates Android as well, but a little bit of a different version of it. So you might be asking yourself, well, what are the specs and exactly how does it operate? First of all, it has a 1.5 gigahertz dual core processor. It has 1 gigabyte of RAM DDR3, but it can expand up to 8 gigs of space via a micro SD cable, micro SD card rather. Now, for a thumb drive, and I'm talking about thumb drive that is literally the size of your thumb, it is the specs in it are amazing, fantastic. I mean, I own computers that don't have half of these specs, and they're giant ass loud machines. This is, at the moment, it is fantastic. It will be able to run games flawlessly. Also, it also displays in 720p HD, of course, with the HDMI cable. It's not even a cable; it's just a plug that you just put on your TV. It is a plug-in as you go gaming platform. You don't need wires. You don't need anything. You grab the thumbstick, you put it on your TV, you grab the little controller that it comes, that's it. You're playing games, whatever games you want. You're on, it also has inbuilt Wi-Fi, and that's it. Now, it is out, but not exactly 100% officially out yet. You can buy it via Kickstarter, and it costs $79, which you might think it's kind of a lot for what it is, but it's not really. It is a little bit inferior than the Ouya in a few ways, but it's a good match to the Ouya console, and it's, I don't know, it's great to me. Alright, so let's move on to one of my last stops, which, although there's not much information about it as of yet, but I want to talk about, obviously, the major console wars, which is the new Xbox and the new PlayStation 4 coming out. First of all, let's go to the new Microsoft Illumiroom concept. For the ones who don't know what this is a new concept that is being developed by Microsoft for the new Xbox, for the new gimmick of the Xbox. We've had the Kinect last year, actually. This year we got something a little bit different, but that incorporates kind of the same, some of the same principles. This, basically, Microsoft Illumiroom is a projector that you presumably put on your ceiling that will project a game image all over your room. It basically transforms your entire living room into the gaming environment. Now, obviously, you're still gonna have your TV screen. That's where majorly you're going to see and obviously play your game. But it also incorporates the rest of your living room. With this concept. What does it do exactly? Well, it just basically increases your field of view, and it immerses you a little bit in the game. Now, before we go any further, if you were to ask me what would I rather have, the Microsoft Illumiroom or the Oculus Rift, I would have to tell you the Oculus Rift. Absolutely, without a doubt, I would go for the Oculus Rift. But we'll go to that in a little bit later. Right, so, for what I've seen, there's a trailer going around at the moment. For what I've seen, this is not entirely too bad, or not as bad as I thought it could be, but it's not that great either. It basically just makes, like, if it's raining or snowing in a game, it makes your entire living room fall the rain or snow. This might sound a little bit cool for the casual gamer, for the hardcore gamer. I don't think many people will care about it, really. Does it really matter if it's snowing in your living room? It doesn't really help you in the game, or pretty much anything at all. I don't know. I mean, even you're still gonna be focused on a screen, on your TV screen. Even though your living room will, or the space that you're playing the game will be somewhat incorporated, but it's only minimal at the moment, at least. They don't really incorporate much. Not like the Oculus Rift, where basically you are inside the game and everything that you see in here is 100% the game, and you know it doesn't really rely on a on just your living room. Now, Sony or the PlayStation 4 have something up their sleeve as well. Although we at this moment there's nothing official and we haven't really seen anything. They have a PlayStation Move 2.0 basically coming out, which is a controller with just that ball with the lights and obviously the camera to track the motion, and incorporated into a PS3 controller. So we're gonna have basically the best of both worlds. Now, as we all know, Sony, the PlayStation 3 controllers have motion sensors in them. Although they're not that great and they're not really used by many games. Actually, it's very few games that are used at the moment. It's still there. It's still something experimental. Although it was vastly not used and not really taken in the PlayStation 3, who knows in the PlayStation 4? They're really just incorporating the PlayStation Move feature into the normal PlayStation 3 controllers or something to that sort. We don't really know much about that as of right now. We still CES 2013 is still going. There's a lot more gadgets and stuff being shown, and there's obviously a lot more new things that we're gonna find out, gaming wise at least. There's tons of new technology out there, and I think 2013 is gonna be probably one of the best years for gaming technology out there. Alright, so that's it for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed the commentary, and I'll show the second part of this gameplay next week, and I'll also talk about something different. And leave me what your opinions or thoughts in the comment section below, and give it a like if you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching though.